Hi guys, welcome back to the Power BI Masterclass. I'm going to continue from the last sessions where we're going to talk about data analysts, and then right now we are doing the overview of data analysts. Be sure to watch back the introduction. Power of data analysts, right? Overview of data analysts. Why data analysts is so important? Data analyst is able to transform raw data into actionable business decision. Let's get right into details here. The data analyst process. Before data can tell us a story, it must be processed. Okay, data alone, which is unclean, can't tell us anything. We need to clean it, identify, and understand the data is very important, the first step. Clean it, transform it, and then we gotta model it together to come up with beautiful insights. Okay, so the importance of the trusted data. Data integrity is very important, right? Even if you see some visuals, some charts, if the data is not true, it can't tell you anything. That's why data integrity is very important for business. You can't have fake data. By having fake data, it's not accurate, and your business will not. You cannot follow the decisions made from the data. So the data must be correct in order to be accurate and consistent and reliable. And it's very, very important as a data analyst to have a trusted data. The rise of data storytelling. Business are becoming more data driven, and then data itself, we can't really come up with anything unless you can tell a story from it, right? Data analysts help us shape business decision through storytelling. Right? Organizations are starting to hire data analysts to help them evaluate the data, to help them perform market research and identify trends and insights for them to improve their data. Right? They have a few types of data analytics, right? Each one harder than the other. All right, the first one will be the descriptive analysis. Is a most simple one. Basically, we can look at it, we can know what happened. Right? Prescriptive is the most easiest analytics. Diagnostics, right? Why did it happen? Is the second hardest. I mean the more harder than the prescriptive. This predictive is even harder, right? What will happen by looking at the data and do some analysis, we can know what's going to happen in the future. Prescriptive, what should be done, right? Based on all this data, all this analysis, what can we do to better perform ourselves, right? Using all this analytics. Cognitive, what can the system learn and improve, right? This is where AI is involved, machine learning, right? There's so much types of analytics, each one harder than the other. Number 5, the hardest, and number 1 is the easiest. Now let's go deep dive into each one of them. Prescriptive analysis, right? The summarize historical data to describe past outcomes, right? ROI, revenue growth, sales, and financial reports. Other examples of prescriptive analytics is the simplest out of all these analysis. Diagnosis, determine why past events happen, right? Based on all this data, why does such things happen? Why anomalies happens? Right? We need to collect relevant data to help us identify those anomalies, right? To tell us story upon story, so that we can justify why the rise, why the decrease, why the increase. Right? Use all these things. Right? Use statistics technique to find the relationships, or we can identify why a sudden drop based on the sales occurs, things like that. Right? We can diagnose what happened. And of course, we have predictive. Right? Predictive is actually very hard, right? In order to predict what will happen, or forecast, like forecast what will happen. Right? Using past data, machine learning is a very, very simple, a very smart way to do that. Regression analysis and reduce predictive futures using the past sales trends. These are a few descriptive, predictive analysis. Right? We're gonna predict the future, guys. We're gonna predict the future here. Prescriptive analysis, right? Based on all these things, how it can recommend us for the next action. Okay, obviously, the importance of having data and data analysis is for us to better suit and better prepare ourselves for the next outcome. How do we better make a better business decision based on all this data analysis? Right, this is very, very important. As a data analyst, so that we can prescribe what's the next action plan here, guys. What's the next action plans? How to minimize our impact, decrease, increase. What should we do to make a better decision? Okay, of course we have cognitive analysis, which using the AI, right, and machine learning, AI-driven interface, and so on, which is the hardest here, guys. Right now, in this 2025, everybody's into AI. The AI growth is exponential. So learn AI, guys. AI and machine learning is very important. So the real world applications here, guys, even though I already explained you guys what a prescriptive diagnosis, what's the application here? So let's go through one by one. Descriptive analytics, sales trend from previous years, right? That's an example of prescriptive diagnosis, understanding why certain products sold well. Okay, so you need some additional information, collect some more additional data so that we can diagnose it. Predictive analysis, forecast the next year top selling items. Right, by forecasting it, then we can know we need to replenish more top selling items. Prescriptive analysis, decision of optimal stock levels, right? Based on those past historical data, past trends, we need to, right, have all this level of stocks, right? That's example here. Okay, obviously cognitive is the AI learning from social media reviews, right? This for examples, right? Obviously all this analysis would not come true if we do not trust our data, and in order to trust our data integrity is very, very important, guys, right? Data business must trust their data to make confident decision. If the data is not true, you can't do any decision at all. Growing demand for data analysts. With all this, if you guys can see, these are all helpful things that throughout analysis we can help our business. That's why there's been a growing demand, right? That's why I build this video right here, because you want to learn about data analysts, because right now the economy is data driven. All right, organizations use analysts to, right, intercept massive data, right, distill information, the relevant insights, turn data overload into actionable intelligence. So learn to be a data analyst, take actions, and as a conclusion, the future of data analysts is never been brighter, guys. Right? Data analysis is essential for business success. Organization must embrace data-driven decisions, and of course, data alone can't tell anything. Therefore, we need data analysts for storytelling through the data that ensures insights are understood and used. So start analyzing and leverage on your data analyst today. Alright, hope you guys learned something new today, and we'll pump out more data analyst video, and let's move on to the next one. Peace!